What I'm doing is I'm doing a time-lapse video to watch the Z-axis. What I'm looking for is erratic movement in the Z. It's a high speed for you, but what I did it monitored, I looked at it, it's slow, but you're looking for lockup on the Z-axis because I lubricated it. I want to make sure that I didn't do any damage to the bearings beneath. So I've cleaned it and lubricated it, and it seems to be working fine. If you watch this video, you'll see that it carves two praying hands. It takes about 4.5 hours to do the total carving. And you'll see it when I clean it up at the end, that I'm looking for any defects in the carving, any skipped lines or any erratic behavior in the Z-axis. And there isn't any. I've lubricated all three axes, the X, the Y, and the Z. The two that you're looking at right now are the X and the Z up and down axes. And you can see it's carving, and this wood is a cypress, so it's kind of heavy in an oil, if you will, in the cypress, because you can see the dust doesn't really fly off there. The dust is actually clumping up. The sawdust is, so you can see it clumping up. But to notice any difference, you'd actually see that the oval shape itself, or the circular shape, because this is a round model carving, that carving, the round carving, is not changed. This is also the bit that I used when it crashed. I wanted to see if the bit itself was damaged or not, because these bits are about $20–$25 a piece. And you can see that it's still carving fine. It's curling the wood a little bit on the top, which tells me that it's starting to get dull. So this will probably be the last carving for it until it's sharpened. Now I'm moving it up and away, and I'll be turning off the spindle here shortly. You can see that it's still rotating because there's the sawdust or the wood chip splinters stuck on it. So it's stopped now. And then I'll take my brush. I have a toothbrush on a stick that I use. And the stick is so I can actually dust it when it's working. And I velcroed that on there. I took the wire ties off, and the velcro seems to work fine. Take the brush. I need a small wire brush. That'll be my next purchase, I think. You see how that sawdust just clumps right up, which is kind of tells you the high concentration of oils in that cypress wood. So the carving turned out fine. You can see it. I'll zoom here shortly so that you can see it. Brushing it all off and cleaning it up. That's what you have to do. I also have to rip it. See that that's part of a piece of tongue and groove. I found a sawmill in Williston, Florida that sells about a pallet of this wood for end cuts. They're called rejects. They usually have something wrong with them. And I cut off the bad parts and used it for normal carvings. And we also used it to make a door. I made a door with my brother-in-law. We made a beautiful door on this. It's got 5 or 6 carvings in it. Turned out real well. But that's it. You can see it. It turned out fine. There were no skips. So I'll just monitor that now. I did this on the 1st of the month, December, so I will probably do the Z-axis and the X-axis again the 1st of the month. The Y doesn't get as much contamination. So have fun with your CNC, and thank you for watching.